So, 1985, chef of Callow Hall, beautiful country house in Ashbourne, Derbyshire. The business grew, reputation grew. We had a very good following. I didn't need health club or gym membership in those days because I was running around 12 hours a day, 6 days a week like a maniac. What was great was disappearing into the food. You haven't got any administration bullshit or any of the personnel or what are now called HR or any of that stuff or attend 17 meetings. It was all about customers, plates, crockery, great food, working out some back of fag packet margins, but actually serving customers and being a restaurateur, chef, cook, whoever cared. So we kind of went, I said from when I first went, we were doing 6, 10 a night. And then after 6, 7 months, we were doing 25 a night. That was during the week. And for one chef to do that was good. And then, weekends, we kind of went from doing 25 and 30 to doing 80, being sold out. It was rough, it was tough, and it was gruff because it was a sheer volume of covers and cooking in an arger and all the rest of it. And you'd eat fat fryer with a pan on the stove with oil in it. We had a great restaurant. We had lovely people. It was privately owned. It was, you tend to get yourself in that kind of yin and yang and left of right, or is it corporate world and there's all the benefits of it, or is it privately owned world? The chef before me was French, classic. And the reason why I knew that was because when we began to have a turf out in the first few days and first few weeks, the amount of snails and frogs' legs and tins of them and bizarre garlic butter and mise en place for, steak Diane and chicken Kiev was all over the place. I'll never forget finding a whole case of frozen red mullet, which had been put in the freezer right at the bottom, which was great, but they hadn't even been filleted and they hadn't been scaled. It was just solid bloody mullets, but who cares? So, I know chefs are renowned for moaning and groaning about bonuses and what they were promised and what they were guaranteed, etc. But the business was getting difficult because financially the money was good, it was rolling in, the customers were happy, but it was one of those swan things where the top of it looks all lovely and gracious, underneath it we were in the shit trying to keep it together with the washing up and the mise en place and running around. And when you get to days where when the phone rings, you just ignore it because you ain't got any bloody chance of it. So that was difficult. So we had a meeting, wipe your hands on your apron, mug of tea, sit down with the owners. And it was then, that we had this kind of conversation where we all agreed to promise and guarantee that we're all going to listen to each other, and the fact that we were going to stop improvising, we were going to invest and improve. When you've got that much tinfoil holding things together, that even the tinfoil gets tinfoil, that you probably need to get proper equipment and proper kit, because we built something up that worked beyond shadow of a doubt. We all loved each other. The customers enjoyed it, but God, we were in the shit. So, but unfortunately, 3 months, little change. And I felt there were two important things that were missing. One's on the left and one's on the right. And they hadn't been engaged, and it was ears. So just at this moment in time where I was beginning to think, shit, is this going to continue, or etc., the phone went, and it was somebody rung me to say my father had been on the phone and could I ring him back. Well, my father, who was a kind of a former managing director of a huge stainless steel nuts and bolts company in Sheffield, big important guy. And then after that, when he retired, became more of a musician, he would never ring anybody up. It just wouldn't happen. So I began to think, shit, why are you ringing up? Someone died or something? So I called him back and he just said to me, listen, next week, 3 o'clock, Thursday, car park, Black Swan at Helmsley, you need to come. The general manager, Paul Gill's been on the telephone and he needs to meet with you. It's really important about something and it's not a job. So I thought, shit, what's that about? Who cares? But phone went down, wipe my hands, as you do, oven cloth, right, stuff on, service, let's go, day. and then trundled back to that area of the country, I think. Took my suit and all the rest of it, and then met my father in the car park, which was rather bizarre. And he was in another of his Volvo estate cars in those days. And suddenly thought, right, it's now 2:10. What's it about, Dad? Oh, well, it's up to you, but so-and-so trying to contact us and this, that and the other and all the rest of it. And, you know, put your best foot forward. It's like, what the hell that bloody means, best foot forward. So shoes, and I thought, shit, where's the goddamn shirt? What the hell am I going to do? I've got no bloody shirt to wear. So I looked at my father and he looked at me and he smiled and he just took his shirt off and sat there in his string vest and his posh Volvo, gave me his shirt. Oh, sorry, no, he actually opened the door, got out the car, took the shirt off, and then kind of, you know, wafted it around. I put his shirt on, put a tie on. I looked like going for a bloody wedding, and went out and had a meeting with Paul Gill, which is very interesting. And I thought, yeah, who the hell's Paul Gill? Well, Paul Gill was the general manager, a new guy at the Black Swan, very quality standards orientated, quite a legend in his own lunchtime regards U-turning businesses. This was the guy that had quality written on his bloody arse. He was into getting stuff right, and he'd worked all over. You know, he was a very well-known character. So I went and had a meeting with Paul Gill, and then you have to wait for that one.